it's Sam. So today I'm going to be doing a full look for you guys using the January-February Deck of Scarlet. If you guys aren't familiar with Deck of Scarlet, it's basically a palette that is kind of like an all-in-one palette. It has shadows, blush, highlighter, and lip colors that are all included in this one palette. Mine also came with a liner. You guys will see that. I'm going to go ahead and do like an unboxing of it in the next clip. But today I figured why not do an entire look using the palette. So lips, eyes, cheeks, highlight, everything other than my foundation base is from this actual palette. And this is the look that I came up with. So I'm going to do a kind of like step-by-step tutorial for you guys, as well as an unboxing to show you what the palette looks like, what you get in the actual subscription. So basically it's a subscription where every 2 months you get a new palette. Every palette they collaborate with a YouTuber. This month they collaborated with Nikia Joy, who I love. I love her foundation reviews because she is also an oily skinned girl. I can relate with her and she's so beautiful. Really talented, so you guys should definitely check her out. But she did collaborate with them on this specific palette. I do have a special link for you guys, so if you click the link in my description box, that will save you 10% off of your Deck of Scarlet if you haven't already tried it. If you do want to get Deck of Scarlet and you've never signed up for a subscription before, you can also pick your first palette. So if you see me using this in the video and you're like, you know what, I really don't like those colors, you're able to go and actually pick from previous palettes before so that you can cater towards your actual like taste of what you like or your skin tone. So I think that's really cool. Also, what's nice about Deck of Scarlet is that it does cost less than one product at Sephora. For example, an Urban Decay lip liner is $20. Just for one liner is $20. A Becca highlighter is $38. You guys know how expensive things are at Sephora. So you can get a nice quality palette that includes everything that you need for a look for less than what one product would cost at Sephora. If you are on a budget and you want to have kind of like more than just one product, then this would be a really great option for you. Also, before we do get into the look, Deck of Scarlet now has a new online shop where you can actually buy previous palettes separately, so you don't actually have to, like if you have the subscription but you're like, oh, but I really wanted that palette, you can go and buy those separately. You can also purchase any add-on products and single shades. So if there's one specifically that you loved from a previous palette and you're like, oh my gosh, I need that color again, I've run out of it, you can go and get that single shade or a single eyeliner or a chubby. So that's kind of cool, is that not only do they just have a subscription service, but you can also go ahead and like buy the product singly as well. If you are a subscriber to the actual Deck of Scarlet subscription, you get a special price. And I will link that down below as well. You basically just go and click the shop. It's like capital letters on their website, which is deckofscarlet.com. Now that I've kind of given you guys all the information that you need, let's go ahead and get on to the look / tutorial, whatever you want to call it. I hope you guys enjoy. I know this is a completely different look for me. I never really do like cool tones. I mean, you guys know I don't. I love it. I love how this look turned out. Okay guys, let's go ahead and get on to the look. Enjoy. Mwah. Okie doke. So I've already done my base. So I've done my foundation, concealer, powders, and my contour. This is what the box looks like when you get it. I already have a grease mark from my finger. So inside of it, it says you're in, and then it has a little bit of information about winning a 1-year subscription from their Instagram Deck of Scarlet. You have the actual palette, and then you also have this right here, and this is a long-lasting liquid liner. So then you also get a little pamphlet about the actual YouTuber that they collaborated with for that specific palette. So this month's is Nikia Joy. Comment if you guys love her videos. I actually am a fan of her because she also has oily skin. She is absolutely gorgeous, but it has like a little bit of information about her on there. So this one says, hi babes, so excited to finally be sharing this super cool project with you guys. This is an amazing day tonight palette that's super blendable and easy to work with. You can also layer the different textures to create heaps of edgy and creative looks. I hope you love it, and I can't wait to see what you create. Have fun breaking the rules, Nikia. There's also like a little envelope, and it just comes with like a little card kind of saying you're in. Here's kind of a little bit of information about Deck of Scarlet. So this one is obviously January-February's palette. They come out every 2 months. Okay, so this is what the outside of the actual, this is like the sleeve of the palette. It's really cool. It's like a really kind of like artsy, like edgy portrait. So then you slide it off, and then inside it's actually still on the palette. So it's really cool. And then on the back of the palette, it just kind of has a little bit of information about the colors inside. It's really beautiful. It's like a little piece of art. And then it's kind of cool because it opens up this side, so they're kind of like a dual, like a split. So you have a little mirror, and then you have your eyeshadows as well as your blush and highlight. And then on this side, you have your 2 lip colors. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what everything is right now. So this color right here is Stardust. That is described as a gorgeous shimmer highlighter, provides a flattering, luminous appearance on the skin. Then we have Stellar over here, which is a blush. That is described as a warm burgundy with a matte finish. Then we have the eyeshadows. So first we have this color right here, which is Aurora. That's a soft shimmery eyeshadow in a pale gold shade. Then we have Space right here, which is a deep, intense, full coverage, opaque gray shade with a velvety matte finish. And then over here we have Gravity, which is a charcoal gray with a silver shimmer, perfect to add definition or create a smoky eye look. We have this color right here, which is Astro. That is a medium taupe with a hint of gray in a thin, lightweight texture. And then this color right here is Venus, which is an opaque, rich, plumish raspberry shade. Full coverage, creamy, moisturizing formula. Also get a liner. This is a liquid liner. It's Galaxy, and it says it's a sleek, slate gray liquid eyeliner in pen format. So that is what that looks like. So it's got a nice thin tip. So that's everything that you get inside. So you are getting a full palette. You get your cheeks, your highlight, your eyeshadows, and your lip colors, as well as a liner. Really the only thing you're missing to create a full look is mascara. So today I'm going to be using everything in this palette to create my look today. So the very first thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is obviously blush. Now you guys know that I usually go for peachy colors, so this is obviously quite a bit deeper than what I would normally go for. So I just took a very small amount. It's actually really pretty. Yeah, that's actually really nice. It's kind of like a nice mauve on the cheeks once it's on. But this is nice because I'm light and it does actually work on my skin tone, and I feel like if you have a deeper complexion, this would also work as well. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty. It's just like a nice soft mauve. So next for highlight, we're gonna go ahead and use this color Stardust. So this is nice. It's nice kind of cooler tone. What did they describe this color as? It just says a gorgeous shimmer highlighter. It doesn't really say like what the tone is, but it's definitely kind of like a cooler tone. It's a little bit more of like a vanilla shade. It's nice because I feel like it is quite a subtle glow, but it still has a nice kind of like beam to it. So it's not super intense right off the bat. I feel like you could probably build this up. So again, it caters to people who like more of a subtle highlight, and then people who like, you know, if you really want to beam it, you could always use a fan brush. And then you could get a little bit more of a beaming, like, woo! So this is kind of nice because obviously this is completely out of my comfort zone as far as colors go. I would never ever pick this color. I would never pick these shades. Even though lip colors are like not my thing at all. So it's a nice way to kind of get out of your comfort zone, try something new that you wouldn't normally try. It's nice that you can create a full look using the palette because they cover lips, blush, highlight, and eyeshadows, which is really nice. You know, so if you do really love the palette, like everything on it, then you can always, you know, take that with you if you're traveling, and then you basically have like everything that you need into all like one. If you're like trying to be really like, whoa, I'm gonna pack a backpack, you know, then you literally have everything that you need in here. And Deck of Scarlet is also cruelty-free and paraben-free, which is nice. And shipping is available to the USA, Canada, and the UK. So I know that majority of the people that watch me are either in Canada, UK, or USA, which, thank you. So these are available for you guys if you are interested. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll do an eye look. Okay, I'm like blinded by the sun right now, so it's kind of gone and done something strange with my camera. It's like, it snowed, and so the sun is like blinding on the snow. I might have to turn on my ring light actually, because I feel like now I'm just like so... Is that better? I'm blinded. I really can't see what's going on, to be honest. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing because I am blinded. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is take that highlight shade again right here, and I am going to go ahead and put that on my brow bone as my brow bone highlight. And the pigmentation of these seems to be really nice so far. I'm also going to pop a little bit of that right into my inner corner. Okay, next I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and I think what I'm going to do is go into the blush first and use that as kind of like my crease shade. I think by adding this kind of like nice mauve-y shade first, it'll be a really nice kind of transitional shade. So the pigmentation of these seem to be nice. They're blending out nicely. I mean, this is the blush color, but you know, just because it's blush doesn't mean you can't use it on your eyes. So you can see that's blended out really nice. The color looks good. It's a nice transitional shade. I like that. Very good. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take Space right here. So I'm just putting that kind of just below that mauve shade, just to again create a nice kind of transition for when we put that really dark gray down, so that everything blends really seamlessly. Again, this is nice and pigmented. It is blending out nicely. Basically just adding like layers. That's the key to a smoky eye, I feel like, is layering it up so that you can easily blend everything out when you have all the colors that you want on. You just don't want to have any harsh lines. When I do smoky eyes, I mean pretty much when I do all my makeup, but always just keep a towel that you don't mind getting dirty on your lap, because then you can like brush off your brush in between, because sometimes you end up picking up a lot of pigment, and then if you keep on trying to like blend it upwards, it can get a little bit too dark, or like the colors can mix. So it's always good to have a little towel to just kind of brush off. So now I'm going to take Gravity, which is that really nice deep kind of shimmery charcoal. I'm going to go ahead and start like pressing that onto the lower lid. I think first I'm going to apply it dry, blend it out, and then I might get it wet with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, just to kind of pop that shimmer out a little bit. It almost has a kind of bluey kind of tone to it as well. It's like a bluish charcoal, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and brush off any fallout, because I did get a little bit of fallout with that gray color. The shimmers kind of just fell down, which is why I always recommend to powder underneath your eyes when you are going to do a smoky eye, because chances are you'll probably have fallout. I'm going to go ahead and just spray my brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. I can't even talk. MAC Fix Plus. And I'm going to go back into that Gravity shade. Now that my brush is damp, it's just going to kind of create a little bit more of like a sheen with that kind of shimmery shade that's on there. I'm just kind of creating it to be a little deeper right at the base. See how that just kind of deepened it up just a little tiny bit? Do the same exact thing to the other side, and it's kind of just like popping out those shimmers. Okay, so that's nice, just like a nice soft gray smoky eye. The next thing I'm going to do is take a little tiny brush, it's kind of like a little flat brush. I'm also going to get that a little bit damp, and I'm going to take Aurora, and I'm going to pop that right into my inner corner. It's like a very soft, like very pale yellow gold. Just adds like a nice little color to the inner corner. Next we're going to go ahead and do the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and again take a slightly larger flat brush and spray it. I've been having to do this lately because my eyes have been super watery. I don't even know why, but whenever I wear dry shadows, doesn't matter what brand it is nowadays, it makes my eyes water. But it's, so I found that if I spray my brush first and don't get as much powder flicking into my eye, that I don't have as big of a problem. Pathetic, I know. I'm going to take a little bit of that blush, the Stellar, and I'm going to first put that down. And then I am going to go ahead and go back into Space, that kind of soft gray color, and I'm going to kind of smoke that out on top of the color I just put down. And then I am going to just wet my brush again, and I'm going to go back into that dark charcoal color, the Gravity, and then I'm just adding that just on top of those other colors, just so that we have a nice kind of like layer of all the colors that we used in the crease. And then I'm gonna go back in with my fluffy brush, and I'm gonna take a little bit of that blush color Stellar, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add that to my crease and just make sure that everything is blending out nicely. And it's just adding just a little bit more of that kind of mauve-y tone. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take that liquid liner, and I'm just gonna do a nice kind of like thin kind of winged liner on the base. This pen is actually really nice because it's very thin. So this is IGXO, and the color is Yvonne. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this kind of like more taupey color, which is called Astro. It's kind of like a taupey mauve color. They smell kind of like a vanilla milkshake. Okie dokie, so there is the finished look that I created using the palette. So basically everything on my face, minus my foundation base, is from that palette. You guys know I'm not really a cool tone person. I don't care for them very much. I never really wear anything other than a nude lip. I'm a creature of habit. I liked my little comfort zone. But these are colors I would never reach for, especially that blush shade. Like, I'll do a smoky eye gray every now and then, but I would never reach for kind of like mauve toned blush, burgundy blush, whatever, you know, kind of within that range. It's always like peachy or pinky. And I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I think the blush is gorgeous. The highlight is pretty. It's a very, very subtle kind of like vanilla shade. I love how the eyes turned out. You guys know I never use a wing. I did a wing today. This is not a typical color I would ever wear on my lips, but I actually really like this look. I think it's pretty, it's smoky, it's a little kind of like vampy in a way, for me at least. So I like it. I'm actually really happy. It got me out of my comfort zone. It looks really pretty. It turned out beautifully. Everything was nicely pigmented. Everything blended out really well. This lip color is beautiful. It's kind of got a nice hint of a kind of like sheen, like my lips look healthy, but it doesn't look overly glossy. So there we go. I'm happy with this. I think this is a really beautiful palette. I think there's a lot of people that already reach for these type of colors. So if you already do like those kind of like gray, more mauve-y, kind of like smoky tones, then I think you would really love this. I think the palette is absolutely beautiful. The packaging is beautiful. This was really, really nice. It's a slate gray, so it's nice because it's not like that solid black, so it blends in really nicely with the eye look I created. The wand was really, really easy to use. It was very precise, and it was super easy to just kind of like get that perfect wing. So I really like that. I think it was really nice. It wasn't too wet, so it doesn't like transfer up into your crease if you look up or anything. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to click that link in my description box to save you guys 10% off of your subscription to Deck of Scarlet. Again, it is every 2 months, and like I said, for your first subscription, if you guys haven't already done Deck of Scarlet before, you get to pick the actual palette. So if you don't specifically want these colors, you know that you're not going to use anything that's like real smoky, then you guys can go and pick from previous palettes and pick one that maybe is more suitable for your skin tone or for your just preferences of colors. They'll all be linked down below, so you guys can go ahead and get one for yourself. Huge thanks again to Deck of Scarlet for sponsoring this video and providing me with this palette so I could create this look for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in my next video.